Oh, what's up, party people? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm here. Okay, guys. My fan is running right now because where I am, there's a heat wave, but I'm still grinding. I'm still giving you a video. Can I get a round of applause? Is anybody gonna give me a round of applause? Anyways, guys, today, after my video about animals that you can only find in Jamaica, I started thinking whether or not Jamaica had any seriously dangerous animals. And of course, that led me down a research path that I stayed on until I compiled this video. And the truth is, there are actually quite a few animals in Jamaica that can do serious harm to a person. I mean, cause true devastation if you cross their path. So, without further ado, let's begin. Firstly, we can start off with a very well-known one, the American crocodile. This animal is the largest predator species on the island. While the average crocodile in mainland America ranges from about 13 to 16 feet and weighs about 800 pounds, for some reason, the average American crocodile in Jamaica weighs around 1,000 pounds and is usually around 19 feet. So, just thinking about it, the reason for this size difference is likely due to the climate and probably because of just less competition. There are less crocodiles in Jamaica than there are in swamplands in Florida. So they probably just compete for food less, therefore they eat more. So in turn, they grow to a much larger size. These huge beasts are usually along the southern coast of Jamaica. They can be easily found in the Black River area. Me personally, I've only ever seen one in the wild in my whole life. Staying in the water for our next one, we're going to talk about the jellyfish that surround Jamaica's coast. Box jellyfish are very common on the waters of the island. I actually remember seeing a bunch of them when I went to Bookship. They used to bring us to Bookship. Any Jamaicans who grew up on the island, remember your school would bring you to Bookship, and there was it was like a big boat of books. In those waters, whatever bay that was, I don't exactly remember, but in those waters, there would be a bunch of box jellyfish. I remember that. There are several different species of box jellyfish that have been observed around the waters of Jamaica. They are all dangerous. All of them can sting you and will. When you're first stung, you can expect an intense burning and stinging sensation, as well as these raised bumps and whip-like welts across the area. However, it doesn't end there. These mild symptoms can quickly progress to difficulty breathing, heart palpitations, and even cardiac arrest. All of these symptoms have the potential to cause death. Immediate medical treatment is important, but in the event that you are far away from medical assistance, you can pour vinegar onto the sting site as it will deactivate the stinging cells, as well as try to remove any visible tentacles, and still go to the hospital after this. Still go to the hospital. Due to the fact that this venom attacks the heart and nervous system, death can be as fast as 2 to 5 minutes. But just because it can happen so quickly, that does not mean that if you survive past 5 minutes, you are fine. There have been cases of delayed reactions where death took place 4 to 48 hours after the sting. So now we're taking it to dry land, and this is one that I know everybody knows, the fartileg. The giant centipede, or more commonly colloquially known as the 40-leg, is first up for our dryland critters. Now, this animal is actually unlikely to cause death in a healthy human, but strangely enough, it can for more vulnerable individuals, particularly those who are already allergic to wasp and bee stings. This can trigger an anaphylactic reaction in the same case as if you were stung by a wasp or bee. Size varies greatly between individual centipedes, but on average, they range from 8 to 12 inches. The larger the centipede, the more painful the bite will be. This is because the bigger the centipede, the more venom they inject into you. This venom causes extreme pain, muscle spasms, and swelling, and some people also notice nausea and headaches. To treat this bite, first clean the area and then apply heat as quickly as possible. For whatever reason, this dilutes the venom of the centipede, and it will lessen the pain and the amount of time that it takes for you to heal. After this initial heat, ice will help to reduce the swelling. And then you should still go to a hospital because you might need antibiotics to prevent an infection. Now, this is actually the deadliest animal on our list. It has an uncountable amount of victims. That is the Jamaican mosquito, or the Aedes aegypti. You heard it here, people. Jamaica has their very own endemic mosquito that cannot be found anywhere except for Jamaica. That's right, Jamaicans. We have our very own endemic mosquito to the island of Jamaica. So it's true, mosquitoes probably do bite worse in Portmore than the rest of the world. Another mosquito that has been reported on the island is the Asian tiger mosquito. Reports have been saying that since around 2019, this mosquito has been spotted on the island. What makes the Jamaican mosquito unique is that this is a day-biting mosquito. They're active throughout the day and night, whereas in America, you might notice that mosquitoes mostly come out during like dusk, dawn, like late night, you know? They're not really out during the day. Jamaican mosquitoes don't care. Of course, there are probably other types of mosquitoes on the island, but these two are the most common. While you may think that this creature is just some annoying pest, it is actually a true killer. Mosquitoes in Jamaica are responsible for the diseases chikungunya, malaria, dengue fever, and Zika. Thousands of people suffer and die each year from these diseases. And this is why I say, people, bats are your friends. Bats eat 6,000 to 8,000 mosquitoes per night. So be kind to your neighborhood rat bat. Now it's time to talk spiders. One spider that you can find in Jamaica that has a terrible bite is the brown recluse. If you didn't know what you were looking for, you could pass this spider every day thinking nothing of it, thinking it's just like all the other ones. But if this spider were to bite you, you would experience next level pain. Firstly, the spider's bite itself is most of the time, it's completely painless, the initial bite. Some people get a mild sting, but most people feel nothing when they're first bitten. Within a few hours of that initial bite, a redness and swelling will begin. The bite site over time will develop into sort of a bullseye, like a target mark, where there'll be a clear ring and a center to the bite. During this time, the venom may circulate to other parts of the body. The site of the bite will soon form a lesion or a blister, which will eventually darken and rot off of the body. That's right, you heard me. Getting bit by the brown recluse will literally induce necrosis at the bite site. It will rot off that piece of you. The skin will die and slough off, and this can develop into sepsis, which can kill you. Medical intervention in this case is 100% needed. Go to the hospital. And they have a distinct violin shape on the back of this spider, so it's a little easier to identify what type of brown spider you're looking at. If you see something that looks like a violin on the back of it, get away from it. Our last specimen for today is more of a danger to pet owners because it's really a danger to cats and dogs. This is the poisonous cane toad. This is an invasive species of toad in Jamaica. While the toxin secreted by the cane toad is not lethal to human beings, it is lethal to pet animals or any little animal that might try to eat it. The secretion of the cane toad would only cause skin and eye irritation to a human being, but any animals that would try to eat it would meet a brutal end at the hands of the bufotoxin that the toad produces. It is highly toxic to anything eating it, and this toxin has also been observed in the eggs of the toad. This toxin has been observed to induce death of someone's dog within 15 minutes of them consuming it. And we all know that dogs and cats that be going outside love to catch little animals and bring them home, and a toad would be a perfect thing that your cat or dog would try to grab. To safely remove this toad, make sure that you're wearing eye and skin protection and gloves that are made out of either latex, rubber, or nitrile. These animals should not be safely relocated. Dispose of them as soon as possible. Anyways, guys, that's our video for today. It's probably gonna be a short one. Guys, like and subscribe. You're here, you liked the video, you watched it till this point. Do you like me? Like and sub, you know? I talk about this stuff all the time. New Reddit video coming soon, too. Do y'all like my hair? Anyways, guys, I love you. Later.